So I've taught Weebly, or web making with Weebly, loads and loads of times now. And what I found is that I was, for ages, using the template with the 4 or 5 pages that it gives you. And then I was getting students to take all the content out of each page that it gives you and then rebuild it, because it does so many odd things, like it's got this header behind with an image in front of it. It's got just odd things. What I've learnt is that when you get students to make a page, they can at any time change the theme. And when you choose the theme, what you're really looking at is things like, where do you want the menu to be? Do you want it to be on the right or centred, or some of them have the menu hidden with the little menu button there? What font do you want? Do you want something quite cute or something very modern? That's really the big parts of it. Broadly, what fonts are there? So don't worry about the picture. Pictures, just ignore that. Do you want serif or do you want sans serif? You can even change that later on. But it's broadly, look, there's the menu, no menu, but just the menu icon, whereas here the menu is actually visible. So it's things like where the menu goes, whether the menu is covered up at all, where the heading goes, is it centred or left, and what fonts you're going to use. Those are the key things to get students to look out for. When you choose your design, so I'm going to just choose that one. Okay, you can see how the header has changed and things like that. Now I find it just too much for students to have to get rid of all of this clodded stuff. What I do then is I go to pages. I then make all the pages that I want. This would normally be home, but of course I've got one now. I don't know what I was, I've just been fiddling around. You decide whether you want a header. I usually use no header because it's a bind having to change the picture. And also I was once told nobody ever wants to scroll down to get to your content. Visibility is whether it's visible to the public, and you can do the search engine settings later. What you'll notice is when I've done, there we go, it's added that page. Notice it's added it to the end of the menu. What I can do is I can drag that wherever I want. I'd like to make it full-sized. But there it's full size, whereas internally under something else it appears as a sub-menu. So you can just drag that around. So then, when I've got all the pages that I want, where's the one that had the, I was a moment ago. This annoying page. So when I've made the pages I want, then I will just come back and I will delete the pages that've got all the stuff on that I don't need. Okay, then I go back to the page that I've made and I go on to build, and basically I just onto an empty page I drag content on. Notice the little blue bar shows where it's going to be positioned. I'm just going to write a little bit of extra text so it takes a little space up. And then what you can do, the other thing is just notice, look down here, it's going to show that it's going to include that lower down. But at any time, I can hover over it, and if I use those little dots, I can drag it, and you should, there, can you see the little blue bar is just at the side, and that will then give it 2 columns. So still, all that I needed at the start for my students is to say, right, do I want the menu on the right or the left? Do I want the heading centered on the left or the right? Here I've got sans serif fonts all the way through. So the thing that they're choosing when they choose their style is just those things, where the menu is, the fonts and the colours. Notice if I change to this one, now that's changed. It's given me a little bit, it's given an image at the back. It's given, see, this is now serif font. The menu is now at the side. Those are the things that you're getting students to choose on their design. And when they build it, as I say, I just go to pages. I just delete all the pages I'm given. I get rid of all the other pages that they give me, and then I make my own. From that then, in the build, you've got all the parts that you might want. So I can make a form quite easily. It's a contact form. I probably wouldn't have that on my front page, but I can make a form. Imagine this is my contact page now, and here I can change all the options on the font, on the form. And notice when I have a form, when I'm on the form, these options change at the side to include form fields. So really it is just drag and drop. You can attach things like which email it will come to. I've decided I don't want that form, but instead I would like, for example, a map. What's the map? I can't find the map there. I don't know why the map's not there, but if I had a Google Maps, I can just click on it and I can change it to my postcode. So everything on the page, I just wipe everything off, choose a new blank page. It's easier than wiping everything off the existing one, and just build my content fresh. What they're looking for is where they want the heading, the menu, and what fonts they want to choose. And also what colours they can change. The colours, they can change the fonts if they want. So if they'd really like coloured backgrounds, no, I don't need to do that. Back to gallery. Close that. They can change fonts. And you'll notice as you go over it, it shows you which part you're on. Okay, if they really want to do that, but I wouldn't go as far as that. I'd just go to choosing broad, menu, heading and fonts. Hope that helps.